Every time you get behind the wheel of your automatic, something is happening that most drivers never notice. Small habits, things that feel completely normal, are quietly building heat inside your transmission, grinding down internal components, and cutting years off the life of your drivetrain. The worst part? You'll almost never see a warning light. No unusual sounds. No obvious symptoms. Just a slow, silent destruction that ends with a repair bill worth thousands of dollars. By the end of this video, I guarantee you'll catch yourself saying, "I do that." Let's get into it. Mistake 10. Shifting before the car fully stops. This is one of the most damaging habits for any automatic transmission and one of the most common. Drivers in a hurry shift from drive to reverse before the vehicle has completely stopped. Others drop into park while the car is still slowly rolling. Both create serious internal stress. While the vehicle is moving, clutch packs, planetary gear sets, and internal mechanisms are still rotating. Forcing a direction change makes them absorb an impact they were never designed to handle. Repeated enough and shifts get rougher, hydraulic pressure becomes unstable, and fluid operates under increasingly severe conditions. Dropping into park while rolling is worse. Most drivers assume park works like a brake. It doesn't. It uses a small component called a parking pawl. Force that pawl to stop a moving drivetrain and it can deform or break, a repair that requires dropping the entire transmission. The fix is simple. Let the car stop completely before shifting. Mistake 9. Staying in drive during long stops. Sitting in a school pickup line. Waiting at a long light. Idling in the drive-thru. The transmission is still in drive. The wheels aren't moving, but the torque converter is still active, and it's generating heat inside the transmission fluid. No warning light. No noise. Nothing tells you temperatures are climbing. But the hotter that fluid gets, the faster it loses its ability to lubricate and cool. Seals age early. Friction materials degrade. The torque converter absorbs a disproportionate share of that heat. Those extra minutes accumulate into hundreds of hours of unnecessary stress over the years, eventually showing up as delayed shifts and sluggish engagement long after the damage is done. During stops longer than a minute, shifting to neutral reduces internal load and drops temperatures. 1 second, zero cost, measurable benefit. Mistake 8. Resting your hand on the gear selector. This one seems so harmless that most drivers dismiss it outright. But that steady, constant pressure from a resting hand transfers directly to the bushings, linkages, and shift mechanism components connected to the selector. The shifter was never designed to be an armrest. Over time, that ongoing pressure creates microscopic wear that accumulates invisibly, until one day gear selection feels imprecise, shifts feel vague, and something that should cost nothing to prevent ends up requiring a shop visit to diagnose. There's a second problem. A hand resting on the shifter means one less hand on the steering wheel. In a panic situation, emergency braking, sudden obstacle avoidance, fractions of a second define the difference between a close call and a collision. Both hands belong on the wheel. Use the center console armrest. Keep both hands ready on the wheel. Your transmission and your reaction time will both benefit. Mistake 7. Driving with both feet. Automatic vehicles were engineered around a single-foot driving method. Right foot handles both gas and brake. Left foot rests. That's the design assumption behind every safety system in the vehicle. Even slight unintentional pressure from a hovering left foot creates constant friction between brake pads and rotors, accelerating wear, raising temperatures, hurting fuel economy. But there's a less obvious problem. Simultaneous acceleration and braking inputs send conflicting signals to electronic systems. The transmission compensates by working under greater load. Heat increases. Stability control, traction control, and brake assist were all built around single-foot operation. When that assumption breaks, some of that safety logic stops working as designed. 1 foot. Both pedals. Mistake 6. Using the wrong transmission fluid. If you think all automatic transmission fluids are interchangeable, this is the mistake that will cost you the most. Transmission fluid isn't just a lubricant. It controls hydraulic pressure, manages heat, enables smooth gear changes, and protects every internal surface from metal-on-metal contact. Every transmission is engineered around a specific fluid formulation. Use the wrong fluid and the chain reaction starts immediately. Inconsistent lubrication, rising temperatures, rough shifts, slipping, and in severe cases complete failure. A rebuild or replacement runs $3,000 to $7,000 depending on the vehicle. If you're still under warranty, a non-approved fluid can void your coverage entirely. Open the owner's manual. Find the exact specification. Use that fluid. One wrong container is all it takes. Mistake 5. Only taking short trips. Short trips are normal. Quick grocery run, school drop-off, coffee stop. The problem starts when that's all the vehicle ever sees. During very short trips, the engine rarely reaches optimal operating temperature. Oil stays cold. The transmission runs through incomplete heat cycles. Contaminants accumulate instead of burning off. Moisture builds in the exhaust and accelerates corrosion. Cold engines also consume more fuel regardless of driving style. Occasionally taking a longer drive, 20 to 30 minutes of highway once a week, burns off accumulated moisture, completes proper heat cycles, and keeps the transmission operating under the conditions it was built for. Mistake 4. Starting with the transmission in the wrong position. Automatic vehicles are equipped with neutral safety switches specifically to prevent the engine from starting while the transmission is in drive or reverse. Those systems exist because the consequences of unintended movement on startup, in a garage, a parking lot, a tight space, are severe. When those safety systems fail or develop faults, a vehicle can start while still in gear. The result is sudden, uncontrolled movement. Beyond the collision risk, forcing a startup while the transmission is engaged places significant stress on internal components that are not designed to absorb that kind of shock load. Before starting the engine, visually confirm the transmission is in park. It takes 2 seconds and it eliminates the risk entirely. Mistake 3. Letting the transmission overheat. If there is one thing every transmission specialist agrees on, it's this: heat destroys automatic transmissions faster than anything else. And the most dangerous part is that most drivers have no idea it's happening until the damage is already done. Towing, heavy loads, mountain grades, extreme summer heat, all push transmission temperatures above the range where fluid performs effectively. Once that threshold is crossed, lubrication efficiency drops and internal wear accelerates with every additional mile. For drivers who regularly tow, live in hot climates, or own CVT-equipped vehicles, auxiliary transmission coolers are one of the best investments available. A few $100s installed versus several thousand for a rebuild. The math is simple. Rideshare vehicles and fleet cars that hit 300,000 miles don't outlast their transmissions by accident. They manage heat aggressively. Mistake 2. Coasting downhill in neutral. This one is a myth that refuses to die. Drivers shift into neutral on descents believing it saves fuel. In modern vehicles, the opposite is true. When you hold a gear on a downhill with your foot off the accelerator, the ECU cuts fuel delivery to near zero. Shift to neutral and you lose that advantage, and when the transmission re-engages at speed, internal components must instantly synchronize across different rotational speeds, creating unnecessary wear. You also lose engine braking. Without it, brakes carry the full load going downhill, rotor temperatures rise, brake fade becomes more likely, and control decreases when you need it most. Stay in gear. Use engine braking. Mistake 1. Towing or hauling beyond the vehicle's rated capacity. Every vehicle has a manufacturer-established maximum towing and payload capacity. Those numbers represent the precise limits of what the engine, transmission, suspension, and braking system were designed to handle safely. Exceed them, and the transmission is typically the first major system to pay the price. More weight means more heat. More heat means accelerated fluid degradation, premature darkening, deteriorating shift quality, and recurring overheating. Many owners find out the hard way, a repair estimate for a transmission that shouldn't have failed yet. Even trucks rated for towing need additional attention at their limits. More frequent fluid changes, preventive inspections, supplemental cooling. Staying ahead of the wear is cheap. Ignoring it until failure is not. How many of these are you doing right now? Most drivers are making at least 2 or 3 without any awareness. Every single one is correctable today, at zero cost, with nothing more than a habit change. Modern automatic transmissions are built to handle hundreds of thousands of miles, but only when the driver isn't unknowingly working against them. If this caught you on something, hit the like button and subscribe. The next video covers a simple procedure that takes under a minute and can meaningfully improve shift quality in transmissions that feel rough or hesitant. Almost no one knows about it. Click it now.